Revival Gold is focused on gold. We have been for the last 4 or 5 years. Since then, the gold price has gone up 50%. And while other commodities have risen, gold price seems to be, have a lot of legs to it. And with all this stimulus going on, I think we're going to see some favorable times ahead. And what's really interesting is that the valuations in the equities have never been as good as they are today. Cautionary notes. Our key strategic advantages with respect to our project Bear Track Arnett, located in Idaho in the western United States: #1 jurisdiction, rated #1 in the world for policy environment for exploration and mining. Secondly, infrastructure. We have it. We have power to site, an ADR facility, solution ponds, aspects of permitting, roads already in place and ready to be redeployed. Thirdly, we have a first phase PEA, or preliminary economic assessment, to restart the operation and produce free cash flow in this gold cycle. We're underway with some more drill results to come out over the next couple of months. We've got a resource update coming in Q1, and we've been drilling some very interesting areas in our Joss target with high-grade results. I'll move quickly through some of these slides. This is Idaho, 27 million ounce gold endowment in this state, with a number of operators making super progress with their projects. Here's our first phase of the project. It's a restart of that existing plant I spoke about earlier, producing 150 million of NPV at just below current gold prices, $50 million a year of free cash flow. And importantly, we're only mining about 1/3 of the current resource. The rest of it's part of a mill project, which we'll get to in due course. The resource was done at $1,400 gold, and we've had 2 drill seasons, and a resource update is coming in the first quarter. Here's that infrastructure quickly pictured here. Again, one of our key aspects here, apart from the infrastructure, is that we've got power to site, and it's hydropower. This is carbon friendly and very important to institutional investors today. So next steps, very quickly here, we've got 13 column tests underway to improve on our leach kinetics. We've assumed 60% recovery from that heap leach project in our PEA. Prior operation did 70%. With more data, we'll be able to bring the engineers closer to some better recoveries. We're doing engineering field work, geotechnical. We've got 45-degree pit slopes in the assumed pits for our PEA. We want to improve on those in the granites, and where we see opportunity to do that, we're doing the geotechnical work that's important to give that some air. We've got optimization studies. Our environmental work's already underway. We're engaged with the regulators, and of course, we're exploring. So very quickly here, we've got a 5-kilometer trend of mineralization, 5 kilometers. We've got 71 grams over 10 meters in the Wards Gulch area. We've been drilling in the Joss area where we got 4 to 11 grams gold over 1 to 5 meters true thickness, mineralized down to 500 meters and open at depth. We've got a satellite deposit in our Haiti location where you can see a mag anomaly that's over 2 kilometers in diameter. The deposit's open in all directions, and we're continuing to drill there. We've got satellite deposits which we haven't even touched yet, with some historic drilling in the order of 2 grams per ton gold close to surface in oxides right along the haul road from the satellite deposit at Haiti. Some of the results from our recent drilling at Haiti were released over the last week or so. You can see, I'll do this very quickly, but the purple shading is the resource, the current resource. The gold shading is where we've got an uphill soil geochem anomaly, which we haven't drilled yet. That's for next year. This is the main trend at Bear Track. I mentioned 5 kilometers of strike. This is a long section view looking to the west. You can see there's some conceptual pits there in the resource at $1,400 gold. And the area, so 1.5 grams of gold per ton in that resource. And the area that we've been focusing on of late is Joss, circled here in the underground area where we've got 1 kilometer now of mineralization. We've got, it says 16 holes. We're actually 17 holes into it. And we're seeing intercepts of, as I said earlier, 4 to 11 grams per ton gold over 1 to 5 meters true thickness. And beyond that, we've got a bulk tonnage halo around it. And I'll show you some of those results there. So a couple of holes, 85 meters of 2.7 grams, 50 meters of 2.8 grams. This is indicative of the potential we see at Joss. So why are we so excited about this? All of us are big company people, and you might ask, well, why do we really care about a 70,000 ounce a year producer? First of all, because it gives us optionality to get into production, produce free cash flow, and not be beholden to the markets. But secondly, we're on a huge mineral system here. This is a class of deposit known as an orogenic gold system. There is a recognized district now in eastern Idaho of deposits of this nature. Stibnite's almost 6 million ounces. Bear Track's 3 million ounces going to 5. You heard it here first. Kittilä in Finland is a similar style of deposit to what we have in terms of orientation and in terms of grade in the underground. But you've got them all over the world. Natalka, Paracatu, Canadian Malartic. These are large company-making gold systems. Capital structure, you get all this for $50 million market cap. Why? Because we are largely institutionally held, and I'm a lousy marketer. So how do we create value for our investors? Well, we look at this from a point of view of bringing up our NAV, our net asset value. And as we bring ounces into the mine plan, starting with that heap leach PEA, taking it up through optimization and exploration, we're going to grow the net asset value of the project. As we take those 3 million ounces of current resource and put them also into a mine plan, that too is going to grow our NAV. We've got immediate targets I've been talking about, Joss, Haiti, Romans Trench, all permitted and ready to be drilled. And that takes us through an inflection point where I think we're going to make a heck of a lot of money for our owners. What's the next step here? Well, we've been drilling. We've got a resource update coming in the first quarter, big milestone there. Engineering fieldwork is underway. I haven't paused to talk about our team, but we have a super team doing a lot of work in the background to carry the project forward through to a PFS, a preliminary feasibility study, and ultimately to produce gold. We'll make our construction decision on that first phase by the end of 2022. Ongoing exploration, as we have talked about here, 5 kilometers of mineralized trend, open in all directions, open at depth, and with a lot of high grade. So that is our potential to take this into something that is a company-building asset. Something north of 200,000 ounces a year is the vision, something north of 15 to 20 years of mine life. And that's it really to summarize. We are the largest past-producing gold project in Idaho. We're on a brownfield site that gives us a significant head start. We're advancing towards production in this gold cycle. And we've got a catalytic opportunity to build something that is a company maker. Read Keevil's book and buy gold. Thank you.